YouTube channel. I'm pretty camera shy, so it's not something that's very natural for me. But I felt that sharing my experiences with you as a real estate in the south of France could actually be really interesting to share the rules and regulations, the idiosyncrasies. I'm Kyela Puech. I have been living in Rognes for 7 years, having lived in the UK for 30 years, where I was a probation officer. So I decided with my husband and my son 7 years ago to move to France. So we needed an international bilingual school for our son and an airport for my husband so that he could keep traveling. And Aix-en-Provence kind of ticked all those boxes for us. I wanted a total reconversion, so I left the world of criminal justice for real estate and completely fell in love with Rognes, which is a little village that's about 20-minute drive from Aix-en-Provence in the north, and it's just in the south of what we call the Luberon. Which is a very countryside, mountainous area, and that's really what we wanted to find as a family. So we wanted a change in lifestyle, and real estate has really enabled me to discover lots of little villages. This area is really, really rich in beautiful sort of like perched little Provençal villages. I got the opportunity of being nosy and look into people's homes, and for me that was absolutely awesome. When I was living in the UK, I looked for our house in Rognes, and it was very difficult actually. It was quite tricky to find properties that corresponded to the ads that we were seeing, and so I did a lot of coming and going looking for the right property. So real estate for me now, working with a client base that's not on French soil, is really useful because I know how hard it is to find a property at a distance. So for me, pictures are really important, little videos are really important. Before getting you to book your ticket to come and visit the house, you'll have seen it on FaceTime first. We'll have done the visits. I'll be pretty confident that it's the right property for you. In finding a property for you, I ensure that the price is right, that the location is right, because we all know it's location, location, location. So I kind of ensure that all those factors are covered before you come out to confirm that it's the right property for you, because obviously there's a feeling that needs to be met and you're going to become the new guardian of the property, so it's about ensuring that all your criteria are met. When I have what we call a mandat de recherche, which is essentially you giving me the green light to search for a property for you, there's certain legal requirements that are necessary. Having that mandate enables me to spend a lot of time discussing with you what it is that you actually want, what it is that you actually want to feel every day, whether you need a pool or whether you want it to be full south, or whether actually that's unbearable in the summer and you want to be like a lot of French people and have like a southwest facing terrace because you get to enjoy your aperitif in the evening. All of those things are things that we spend a lot of time discussing, and most of my clients who I've searched houses for have become really good friends because it's quite an intimate journey that we embark on together. As far as selling a property in the south of France is concerned, it's ensuring that the photos and the videos are made and that they are totally representative of the property. And in terms of property, there is no small or big property. I kind of work with a very wide market, and my commitment to my seller is the same regardless of its price tag or the type of property that it is. When you make the decision to sell your house, there's often an emotional aspect to that sale, and I just kind of want to be the person that holds your hand and finds you some buyers that will make the experience enjoyable. I of course work with other agents. I like working with other agents. The world of real estate can be a little bit lonely because we work completely independently. So I'm what we call a mandataire. So it's my business, I work for myself under the umbrella of a network, but essentially I work for myself. The network that I choose to work for is one that's totally international, and it enables me to connect with colleagues that are on the other side of the world, access buyers that are on the other side of the world, and advertise internationally, which is massively important. Nonetheless, I do like to work with other people, whether from the same network as me or not, it doesn't matter, because the ultimate aim is to sell a house or to find you the right house. So it's, for me, it's win-win, regardless of who I'm working with. The job of real estate is a fantastic job. It's incredibly social, it's very relation-based. It's quite arty as well. I get to do a lot of photos, edit photos, thinking about texts that are representative of the property that I'm selling. And those are all aspects which I absolutely didn't expect to enjoy as much as I do. And so in terms of reconversions, if you are in any way, shape or form thinking about reinventing yourself, I would urge you to consider real estate and to call me so that we can talk about it, because I left a criminal justice environment to a completely different one, and it's completely blown all my expectations. So don't be afraid to take the plunge. In taking that plunge, you need to make all sorts of connections, and connections are incredibly important. So my connections are based in Business Network International, which is the BNI. It's also about connecting with the expat community, which is huge in Aix-en-Provence. It's connecting with businesses, local businesses, trying to be totally integrated in local life. And I absolutely feel that is quintessential to the job, but it's a really lovely part of the job also. So connecting with people and developing the business is massively important. From accompanying people in either selling or buying, I have been able to develop most of the key players in the real estate business to accompany you in English. So I have a notaire that speaks English, I have builders that are able to communicate in English, I have tools that enable you to read offers and promesses de vente and mandates and all those key documents in English. We use electronic signatures because you could be on the other side of the world and need to access these things. So all of those tools are tools that I have and tools that you're able to benefit from. The expat community is absolutely fantastic, and there are many people there who can signpost you to learning French. I was raised in France until the age of 13, so I speak French fluently, which wasn't the case for my son or my husband. So in terms of pinpointing great teachers so that you can best integrate your local community, you don't have to fear anything being lost in translation. I'm totally by your side to ensure that your transaction happens as smoothly as possible. So yeah, YouTube is just a fun way of expressing what the job is like and sharing my best tips, really. So I hope you stay tuned and I hope you enjoy it as much as I do.